activate the hidden mechanism that turns imagination into physical reality. You stand on the precipice of a new dawn, where the boundaries between thought and form dissolve like fog before the sun. Within you lies the most ancient and sacred power, the ability to shape your reality with the precision of a master architect. What you have always believed to be distant dreams or fleeting fantasies are, in truth, the very building blocks of the universe, waiting for you to summon them into existence. This is not mere wishful thinking. It is the alchemy of consciousness itself. Thoughts, emotions, and focused intention, when aligned, merge into a force so potent that it reshapes the fabric of your existence. The process of turning imagination into tangible reality is hidden in plain sight, governed by universal laws that have existed since the first pulse of creation. As you listen, you will awaken to the forgotten truth of your inner power. You are not a passive observer of life's unfolding. You are the creator, the dreamer, and the dream itself. Every thought you think is a seed planted in the fertile ground of the quantum field. Every emotion you feel sends ripples through the vast ocean of possibility, and with focused intention, you crystallize those ripples into the material form of your desires. The path to this mastery is already within you. What follows is not instruction, but the awakening of what you have always known, in the deepest recesses of your soul. Step through the veil and activate the hidden mechanism that turns imagination into physical reality. Chapter 1. The Divine Spark. Imagination as the blueprint of reality. Before the first light of dawn touches the earth, there is an eternal whisper, a pulse that hums deep within the very fabric of creation. It is the call of imagination, the divine spark that ignites the process of manifestation. You have always known it, even if you have forgotten. Imagination is not merely a fleeting dream or idle fantasy. It is the sacred mechanism through which reality is woven into existence. In the beginning, there was thought. Thought, when bathed in intention, is the seed from which all things emerge. Every idea, every vision that has ever graced your mind is a fragment of this divine blueprint. It is through imagination that the raw materials of the universe are shaped and refined. But how often do you consider imagination not as a mere escape, but as the very gateway to the next iteration of your reality? Every time you imagine something, you are laying the first stones of its construction. This is not a trivial act. It is sacred. You are the architect of your existence, wielding the power of thought and imagination as your most potent tools. When you dare to imagine, you are tapping into the source of all creation. It is the moment when you transcend the physical limitations of your environment and step into the infinite realms of possibility. What you see, hear, and feel in your mind's eye is not merely a projection. It is the blueprint of what is yet to come. This is why imagination is often called divine. It is not bound by the laws of time and space. It exists in the realm of pure potential, where anything and everything is possible. In this place, there are no limits, only endless horizons stretching out before you. And in that infinite expanse, you can plant the seeds of your dreams, knowing that as you nurture them with your thoughts, feelings, and intentions, they will grow into physical reality. The ancient wisdom teaches us that all things were first imagined, from the stars in the sky to the very land upon which you stand. Before there was matter, there was mind. Before there were mountains and oceans, there was a thought that envisioned them. Just as the painter envisions the masterpiece before it touches the canvas, you, too, are called to envision the life you wish to create. And when you do so with purpose and clarity, you activate the first step in the sacred dance of manifestation. But the true power of imagination lies not in its fleeting nature, but in its ability to crystallize into form. The energy you invest in your visions is what transforms them from mere thought into tangible, physical experience. This is where many falter. They imagine, but they do not nourish their imaginations with the frequency of belief and feeling necessary to bring them to life. Imagination is not passive, it is active. It demands your attention, your emotional energy, and, above all, your unwavering belief that what you envision is not only possible, but inevitable. The universe operates on the law of correspondence. As above, so below. What you imagine in your mind's eye is mirrored in the quantum field, awaiting the precise vibrational frequency of your emotions and intentions to bring it into the material realm. When you imagine with clarity and feeling, you send out a signal, a frequency that the universe must respond to, and in that response, the process of creation begins. This is where vibrational coherence comes into play. The thoughts you hold must be in harmony with the emotions you feel. If you imagine success but feel doubt, the vibration you emit is one of contradiction, and the universe cannot respond to mixed signals. To activate the divine spark of imagination, you must align your mental and emotional energy with the outcome you desire. It is only then that the seeds of your imagination begin to grow, reaching deep into the quantum field, drawing in the elements necessary for their physical manifestation. To truly harness the power of imagination, you must commit to its potential. You must see your visions not as distant dreams, but as living blueprints waiting for your attention to bring them into the world. This is the sacred dance of creation, thought, emotion, and intention moving together in perfect harmony to manifest your desires into reality. Now, take a moment and ask yourself, what are you imagining? What visions dance in the theater of your mind? Do they serve your highest good? Are they aligned with the life you wish to create? You are the architect of your reality, and your imagination is the divine spark that sets the entire process into motion. Trust it, nurture it, and watch as it transforms your world. Chapter 2. Vibrational Coherence, the Key to Manifestation. You are the universe in motion, a living, breathing expression of the divine, radiating a unique frequency that attracts like to itself. Everything around you, every experience, every person, every opportunity, is a reflection of the vibrational energy you emit. This is the fundamental law of attraction. Like attracts like. And it all begins with your thoughts. At the core of manifestation lies a principle more powerful than mere willpower or effort. It is the law of vibrational coherence. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions align with the frequency of your desires, you create a vibrational harmony that the universe cannot help but respond to. This is where the magic of manifestation begins. When you harmonize your inner frequency with the outer world you wish to create. But how often do we think about the energy we emit? How often do we stop to consider the vibration we are sending out into the cosmos? With every thought, every feeling, and every word we speak, most of us move through life unaware of the subtle, yet powerful, energetic signatures we are broadcasting into the world. And yet, these frequencies are the very blueprints for our reality. The universe is constantly listening, waiting for the signal of your vibration to direct it toward the experiences, people, and opportunities that match your energy. Imagine, for a moment, that you are a tuning fork. Your thoughts are the striking force that causes you to vibrate, and your emotions are the resonance that amplifies that vibration. The more consistent and coherent your vibration, the more clearly the universe can respond. It is when your thoughts are in conflict with your emotions that you experience resistance. Doubt, fear, and worry send out a conflicting frequency, and the universe in its infinite wisdom cannot align with your desires because the signal you are sending is unclear. Vibrational coherence is achieved when your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are in perfect harmony. When you think of something you desire, and you feel the corresponding emotion of already having it, you align your energy with the very frequency of that desire. This is the sacred alignment of thought and emotion, the powerful combination that activates the law of attraction. The key is not simply to think positive thoughts, but to feel them deeply. Thoughts alone are like seeds planted in soil. They have potential, but they need nourishment to grow. Emotion is that nourishment. When you attach a powerful emotional charge to a thought, you infuse it with the energy it needs to grow into something tangible. This is why visualization works so effectively. When you imagine your desires with vivid clarity and feel the excitement, joy, and gratitude of already having them, you send out a coherent signal that the universe must match. This is the essence of vibrational coherence, the alignment of your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with the frequency of your desires. The universe, which operates on the principle of resonance, will then draw to you the people, opportunities, and experiences that are in harmony with your vibration. But this alignment requires consistency. The more consistently you hold the frequency of your desires, the faster they will materialize. Consider the example of a musician tuning their instrument. When the strings are properly tuned, the music flows effortlessly. But when they are out of tune, the music is discordant, and no harmony can be created. In the same way, when your internal vibration is out of tune with your desires, your external reality reflects this discordance. Vibrational coherence is the key that tunes your instrument to the frequency of creation, allowing the music of your life to flow with ease. It is time to become aware of your internal frequency and consciously choose the vibration you wish to emit. You are the creator of your reality, and the power to manifest lies in your ability to align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with the desires you wish to bring into being. Every moment is an opportunity to tune yourself to the frequency of your highest potential. When you do so, the universe responds in kind, aligning with your energy to bring forth the reality you've imagined. So, what vibration are you sending out? Is it in harmony with the life you wish to create? When you begin to live in vibrational coherence, the universe will begin to mirror that frequency, and your desires will crystallize into physical reality. This is the power of vibrational coherence, and it is the key to unlocking your ability to manifest anything you desire. Chapter 3. The Law of Correspondence. As above, so below. There is a truth that has echoed through the corridors of time, whispered by the ancients and confirmed by modern science. It is the principle that all things are connected, that the inner world reflects the outer world, and that the macrocosm mirrors the microcosm. This is the law of correspondence. As above, so below. As within, so without. It is the hidden mechanism that governs all of creation, an invisible thread that links your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with the physical reality that unfolds around you. In its simplest form, the law of correspondence teaches us that the external world is a direct reflection of our inner state. What you think, what you feel, and what you believe internally is mirrored in the experiences you encounter externally. The universe does not operate in isolation. Every thought, every emotion, every action sends ripples through the fabric of reality, shaping the world you see and experience. The mirror of life is not a passive observer. It reflects back to you exactly what you put into it, with perfect precision. Think of your mind as a garden. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation, your reality will reflect those seeds, growing weeds of struggle, confusion, and scarcity. But when you sow seeds of faith, clarity, and abundance, your life will bloom with possibilities, opportunities, and growth. Just as the seed contains the blueprint for the tree, your thoughts contain the blueprint for your life. You are not just a passive participant in the world around you. You are the creator, the gardener of your own experience. The law of correspondence asks you to take full responsibility for what you create, because everything that you encounter in your life is a reflection of what you have planted in the garden of your mind. This truth is not limited to your individual thoughts and emotions. It extends to your beliefs, your fears, and your desires. The subconscious mind, the keeper of your deepest thoughts and feelings, is the gateway through which the external world is shaped. If you hold a belief that you are unworthy of success, the universe will mirror that belief, creating circumstances that reflect your inner sense of lack. On the other hand, if you hold a belief that you are deserving of abundance and joy, the universe will mirror that, bringing you experiences that reflect your inner state of worthiness. This law also operates on a grand scale. The universe itself is a living, breathing reflection of the mind of creation. Just as your inner world mirrors your external world, the entire cosmos mirrors the divine consciousness that birthed it. Every star, every planet, every atom in the universe is a reflection of the infinite potential that exists within the mind of the Creator. You, too, are a reflection of this divine mind, a unique expression of universal consciousness, with the same creative power that shaped the universe within you. The law of correspondence teaches us that by changing our inner state, we can change our outer world. If you wish to see a different world, you must first create a different inner world. This is the fundamental principle of manifestation. It is not enough to wish for a new reality. You must align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the reality you wish to create. When you do this, the universe has no choice but to mirror your new internal state, bringing forth the experiences that align with your new vibration. To begin understanding and harnessing the law of correspondence, you must first become aware of the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that are shaping your life. Take a moment to reflect on your current circumstances. What do they reflect about your inner state? If you are experiencing struggle, scarcity, or frustration, what beliefs or emotions within you are contributing to these experiences? The law of correspondence invites you to look inward, to examine your thoughts and feelings, and to understand that they are the source of your outer reality. This awareness is the first step in transforming your life. Once you recognize the connection between your inner state and your outer world, you can begin to consciously change your thoughts, beliefs, and emotions. The key is to align your inner world with the desires you wish to manifest. When you cultivate thoughts of abundance, gratitude, and love, your outer world will reflect those same qualities. When you align with the vibration of what you want to create, the universe will mirror that alignment, and your desires will manifest effortlessly. The law of correspondence also teaches us that we are always in a state of creation. Every moment, every thought, every feeling, and every action contributes to the reality we experience. This is both empowering and humbling. It means that we are never victims of circumstance, but active participants in the unfolding of our lives. When you embrace this truth, you begin to see every moment as an opportunity to create. You are the master of your experience, and the law of correspondence is your tool for shaping the world around you. As you begin to apply the law of correspondence in your life, remember that the key is alignment. Alignment is the act of harmonizing your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the reality you wish to create. When your internal world is in perfect harmony with your desires, your external world will begin to mirror that alignment. The universe will respond to your vibration, bringing forth the experiences that reflect the energy you are putting out. This is the power of the law of correspondence. You are the creator of your reality, and the world around you is a reflection of the energy you emit. To change your world, you must first change your inner state, and when you do, the universe will mirror that change, bringing forth a life that reflects your highest potential. Chapter 4. Subconscious. Imprinting. The seedbed of creation. The subconscious mind is the quiet, unseen architect of your life. It operates beneath the surface of your conscious awareness, quietly shaping your experiences, beliefs, and behaviors. But it is not just a passive observer. It is the fertile ground in which your thoughts, beliefs, and desires are planted, the seedbed of all creation. Everything you experience in your life, every success, every challenge, every joy, and every sorrow, has been shaped by the seeds you've planted in the soil of your subconscious mind. The subconscious mind is like a garden that responds to the seeds you plant, whether you do so consciously or unconsciously. The beliefs you hold, the emotions you feel, and the patterns you repeat are the seeds that shape your reality. This is why the work of manifestation begins not with the external world, but with the inner world, the world of the subconscious. If you want to change your outer reality, you must first change the seeds you are planting in your subconscious mind. At birth, your subconscious mind is like a blank slate, absorbing every experience, every word, every emotion, and every belief from your environment. Over time, these experiences create patterns of thought and belief that influence the way you see yourself and the world around you. Many of these patterns are formed in childhood, as you learn to navigate the world and make sense of your experiences. However, the subconscious mind does not distinguish between what is real and what is imagined. It absorbs everything with equal intensity, shaping your internal world and your external reality. The subconscious mind operates primarily through habitual thought and emotion. It is not driven by logic or reason, but by deeply ingrained beliefs and patterns. These beliefs are the seeds that shape the experiences you attract. If you believe you are unworthy of love, abundance, or success, your subconscious mind will work to create experiences that reflect that belief. If you believe that life is a struggle, your subconscious will continue to create situations that reinforce that pattern. This is why it is so important to become aware of the beliefs and patterns that reside in your subconscious mind, because they are the root cause of the experiences you encounter in your life. The good news is that you can change the seeds you are planting. You are not bound by the beliefs and patterns that have shaped your life up until now. The subconscious mind is highly impressionable, and it can be reprogrammed. When you begin to consciously choose the thoughts, beliefs, and emotions that you wish to cultivate, you begin to shift the energy of your subconscious mind. This shift ripples through the fabric of your reality, creating new experiences, opportunities, and manifestations that align with your new beliefs. The key to reprogramming the subconscious mind is repetition. The subconscious mind is like a garden that requires consistent nurturing in order to grow. Just as a plant needs water, sunlight, and care to thrive, your subconscious mind needs positive, empowering thoughts and beliefs to flourish. This is why affirmations, visualization, and meditation are so powerful. They are tools that help you plant new seeds in your subconscious mind, seeds that will eventually grow into the reality you desire. To begin reprogramming your subconscious mind, you must first become aware of the beliefs and patterns that are limiting your growth. Pay attention to the thoughts that arise when you think about your goals and desires. What beliefs come up? What emotions do you feel? Are they empowering or limiting? Once you become aware of these patterns, you can begin to consciously choose new beliefs that align with the reality you want to create. The process of reprogramming the subconscious mind is not about eliminating old beliefs, but about replacing them with new ones. You can do this through affirmations, visualization, and other subconscious reprogramming techniques. By consistently repeating new empowering beliefs, you begin to create new neural pathways in your brain, new patterns of thought that align with your desires. Over time, These new beliefs will take root in your subconscious mind and begin to shape your reality in profound ways. Remember, the subconscious mind is the seedbed of creation. It holds the power to shape your experiences, your relationships, and your success. By planting new, empowering beliefs and thoughts in your subconscious mind, you are planting the seeds of your future reality. And as you nurture these seeds with intention and consistency, they will grow into the life you desire. The power to create the life you want lies not outside of you, but within you, in the fertile soil of your subconscious mind. Chapter 5. The Thought, Emotion, Intention Triad. In the vast, unseen realms of creation, there exists a sacred triad, three forces that, when aligned, form the core of all manifestation: thought, emotion, and intention. These are the powerful elements that shape the world you experience. When these three energies work together in harmony, they become a force so potent that they turn the intangible into the tangible, the unseen into the seen. This triad is the secret engine behind every creation in the universe, and it is the key to unlocking your power to manifest. Let us begin with thought, the spark of all creation. Thought is the initial seed. It is the vision, the idea, the inspiration that enters your consciousness. Thoughts are the raw material, the blueprint of what is to come. Every single experience in your life, every success, every challenge, every joy, and every sorrow began with a thought. Without thought, there would be no creation. But here lies the secret. Thoughts alone are not enough. Thoughts are merely the starting point, the spark that ignites the fire of creation. This is where emotion enters the picture. Emotion is the fuel that powers the thought. Emotion is the energy that amplifies the thought and sends it into the quantum field, the realm of infinite possibilities. Imagine thought as the seed, and emotion as the water and sunlight that nourish it. Emotion is the key that activates the energy behind the thought. Without emotion, thought remains dormant, like a seed that never receives the nurturing it needs to grow. But when you feel deeply about a thought, when you infuse it with emotion, it gains momentum. It moves from the realm of abstract ideas into the realm of possibility. Emotion brings the thought to life. But there is a third force that completes the triad: intention. Intention is the driving force that directs your thought and emotion toward a specific outcome. It is the focus that sharpens the power of thought and emotion, giving them purpose and direction. Intention is the arrow that aims at the target, the hand that guides the wheel. Without intention, thought and emotion can become scattered, like energy flowing in all directions without ever manifesting into form. Intention provides the clarity and the focus needed to bring the power of thought and emotion into alignment with your desired reality. Together, thought, emotion, and intention create the perfect vibrational frequency. When these three forces are in coherence, when they are in alignment with each other, they become a powerful magnet that pulls your desires into your physical experience. This is the fundamental principle of manifestation. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are in harmony with what you want, the universe has no choice but to respond. This is how the law of attraction operates. It is the magnetic force that draws to you the things that match your vibrational frequency. The key to effective manifestation is alignment. The more aligned your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are with your desires, the more powerfully they will manifest. But here's the catch. Alignment is not something that can be forced. It is not about sheer willpower or mental effort. True alignment comes from a deep, subconscious knowing that what you desire is already yours. When you think, feel, and intend with unwavering belief and clarity, you activate the forces of creation. This is why the work of manifestation is so deeply personal. It is not about learning a technique or following a set of rules. It is about cultivating a deep understanding of the unity between thought, emotion, and intention. It is about becoming a conscious creator of your reality, consciously choosing the thoughts you think, the emotions you feel, and the intentions you set. When these three forces are aligned, you tap into the divine flow of creation, and the universe responds with opportunities, synchronicities, and manifestations that reflect your inner state. Take a moment to reflect on how these three forces, thought, emotion, and intention, have played a role in your life. Can you recall a time when your thoughts were scattered, your emotions were unclear, and your intentions were misaligned? How did that experience unfold? Most likely, it was filled with frustration, confusion, and lack of clarity. Now, think of a time when your thoughts were clear, your emotions were aligned with what you desired, and your intention was focused on a specific outcome. Did you experience greater success, ease, and fulfillment? This is the power of alignment. When your thoughts, emotions, and intentions are in coherence, you create a flow of energy that makes manifestation effortless. The power of the thought, emotion, intention triad lies in its simplicity. It is a natural process that you can cultivate within yourself by paying attention to the alignment of these forces. Begin by being conscious of the thoughts you are thinking. Are they aligned with your desires? Are they uplifting, empowering, and positive? If not, gently shift your focus toward thoughts that support your goals. Next, tune into the emotions that arise with those thoughts. Do you feel joy, excitement, or gratitude? If you don't, take a moment to bring your emotions into alignment by visualizing the outcome of your desires with vivid detail and feeling the emotions that accompany their fulfillment. Finally, set your intention with clarity and confidence. Focus your energy on the outcome you want to manifest, knowing that it is already yours. Remember, manifestation is not about pushing or forcing. It is about allowing the natural alignment of thought, emotion, and intention to flow effortlessly through you. When these three forces are in harmony, you will experience a shift in your reality that feels natural, easy, and inevitable. Manifestation is a process of becoming the embodiment of your desires. It is about thinking, feeling, and intending with unwavering certainty that your dreams are already a part of your reality. When you master the art of the thought, emotion, intention triad, you step into your role as a conscious creator, shaping your world with the power of aligned thought, emotion, and intention. Chapter 6. The Power of Repetition. Building momentum through consistency. In the world of creation, momentum is a force more powerful than any single thought or intention. Momentum is what propels your desires from the realm of possibility into the realm of physical reality. It is the energy that drives your manifestations forward, and it is built through the consistent, repeated actions and thoughts you take each day. Just as the river carves the canyon through consistent flow, so too does the consistent repetition of thought, emotion, and intention carve the path to your desires. It is not enough to merely think about what you want once and expect it to appear. The process of manifestation requires consistency. When you repeat your thoughts, emotions, and intentions day after day, you build a momentum that cannot be stopped. Each thought, each emotion, each intention acts as a building block that, over time, creates a powerful force of energy that magnetizes your desires into your experience. The principle of repetition is grounded in the law of attraction. The more consistently you emit the vibration of your desires, the more you align with the energy of the universe that is already preparing to bring those desires into physical form. The universe responds to consistency. Just as the farmer who plants seeds and waters them consistently reaps a bountiful harvest, so too do you reap the fruits of your consistent thoughts, emotions, and actions. But here's the key. Repetition must be done with purpose and with faith. It is not enough to repeat a thought or intention mindlessly. You must repeat it with the full knowing that you are actively building the momentum that will bring your desires to fruition. This is why the most successful manifestors are those who repeat their affirmations, visualizations, and intentions with unwavering belief and certainty. They understand that each repetition adds to the growing momentum, that each repeated thought or feeling moves them one step closer to their desired outcome. Consistency is the magic ingredient that transforms desire into manifestation. Think about the things in your life that you have consistently focused on. Perhaps it is a career goal, a fitness journey, or a personal relationship. Have you noticed that when you consistently direct your attention toward a specific outcome, it begins to unfold naturally? This is the power of momentum at work. Your consistent focus on a particular goal creates an energetic current that draws that goal toward you. In the same way, when you focus consistently on your desires, they begin to move toward you, like ships drawn into the harbor by the current of the ocean. The process of building momentum is a gradual one, but over time, the momentum becomes unstoppable. Each small action, each repeated thought, each intentional feeling adds to the growing energy that propels your desires forward. Eventually, this momentum reaches a tipping point, and your desires begin to manifest in your life with an ease and grace that may have once seemed impossible. The key to building momentum is to stay committed to your desires, even when you cannot yet see the results. Just as a plant grows slowly beneath the soil before it bursts through the earth's surface, so too do your manifestations grow beneath the surface of your conscious awareness. Your repeated thoughts, emotions, and actions are working to create the fertile ground in which your desires can take root and flourish. To harness the power of repetition, begin by setting clear, focused intentions each day. Make a conscious decision to repeat your affirmations, visualizations, and positive thoughts consistently. Don't expect instant results, but trust that every repetition is building the momentum that will ultimately bring your desires into form. Over time, you will begin to see the fruits of your consistent effort. Opportunities will begin to appear, synchronicities will unfold, and your reality will start to reflect the vibrational energy you've been emitting. Momentum is not something that can be forced. It is a natural byproduct of consistency. When you repeat your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with genuine belief and unwavering focus, you set into motion the invisible forces of the universe that work to bring your desires into physical form. Consistency is the fuel that powers the engine of creation. Trust the process, stay committed, and watch as the momentum of your desires propels you toward the reality you have envisioned. The power of repetition is the power of creation. Through consistency, you build momentum that cannot be stopped, shaping your reality with the sustained energy of your focused intention. Let this understanding guide you as you continue on your journey of conscious creation. Chapter 7. Focused attention, directing the flow of creation. There is a force within you, powerful and subtle, that shapes the very fabric of your existence. It is not random or scattered, but focused, and it is the key to harnessing the full potential of manifestation. Focused attention is the great secret that transforms fleeting desires into tangible reality. What you place your attention on, with deep and unwavering focus, begins to crystallize and take form in the physical world. It is a law as ancient as creation itself. Where attention goes, energy flows. Every day, you are faced with endless distractions, the noise of the world, the demands of others, the constant flow of thoughts and feelings within your own mind. Yet within the chaos, there exists a quiet and powerful force, the power of focus. When you focus your mind on a specific outcome, desire, or intention, you activate the energetic current that flows directly toward the manifestation of that desire. The universe, like a cosmic mirror, reflects whatever you place your attention on. The first step in mastering the power of focused attention is understanding that your attention is the most precious currency you have. It is your most valuable resource, for what you focus on expands. If your attention is scattered, divided, or unclear, the universe receives mixed signals. But when you direct your focus with clarity and intention, you send a clear message to the universe, signaling your desires, inviting them to take form. In the same way a laser beam can cut through steel, focused attention cuts through the clutter of life and zeroes in on your goal, making it an undeniable force in the fabric of your reality. The key to this power is not in mere thinking or wishing, but in the intentional act of placing your attention, day after day, on your desire, nurturing it with your energy, and aligning your thoughts and actions toward its fulfillment. This is where many people falter. They may wish for something, but their attention is divided. They desire success, but focus on their doubts. They wish for love, but focus on past heartbreaks. Attention is the beacon that draws energy from the universe, and if it is scattered, the energy of manifestation is scattered as well. You must bring your attention to a single point, holding it there with steady resolve and clarity, and watch as the universe begins to respond. This is not passive waiting, but active participation in the unfolding of your reality. Attention is the active force that directs the flow of creation. Think of it as the rudder of a ship. Without the rudder, the ship will drift aimlessly. But when you take hold of the rudder, when you focus your attention on the direction you wish to sail, the universe begins to respond, steering you toward the destination you have chosen. A powerful analogy for this is that of an artist painting a masterpiece. The artist's focus is entirely directed on the canvas, every stroke deliberate, every color chosen with intention. The artist does not look away, does not lose sight of the vision, but places their attention on the creation with unwavering focus. In the same way, you must direct your focus to the vision you wish to create. If your attention shifts to fear, doubt, or distractions, you begin to paint a different picture, one that is far removed from the masterpiece you intended. To focus your attention effectively, you must first be clear about what you desire. This clarity is the compass that directs the flow of energy. If you are unsure of what you want, if your desire is foggy or undefined, the energy of your attention will be diffused, and manifestation becomes much more difficult. Be specific, be precise in your desires, and then place your attention on them consistently. This is not just about thinking about what you want, it is about feeling the reality of your desire as if it already exists, and allowing that feeling to guide your focus. Visualization is one of the most powerful tools to direct focused attention. Take time each day to picture your desired outcome clearly in your mind. See it in vivid detail. Feel the emotions of already having it. The more real and alive you make the vision in your mind, the stronger the current of creation that flows toward it. As you build this image, you are strengthening the energy that will soon manifest into physical form. It is important to note that attention is not just a mental exercise, it is an energetic exercise. When you focus with intent, you align your mind, body, and spirit with the energy of your desire. Your emotions, your thoughts, and even your physical energy must be aligned with your vision. This alignment sends a signal to the universe that your desire is unified, and when your energy is unified, manifestation flows effortlessly. Here lies the deeper truth. The universe is responding not only to your thoughts, but to the quality of your attention. When you focus on something with deep emotional resonance, with the belief that it is already yours, you set into motion an energetic response that cannot be denied. This is why clarity and belief are essential. You must not only focus your attention on what you want, but you must also believe it is possible, feel as if it is already happening, and act in a way that is in alignment with the reality you wish to create. But what happens when your attention wavers, when doubt creeps in, or when external circumstances challenge your focus? This is where the practice of maintaining focused attention becomes critical. Distractions will come, and your mind may wander. But every time you bring your focus back to your desire, you reinforce your commitment to it. Every time you shift your attention back to your intention, you realign with the flow of creation. The practice of focused attention is not just about staying concentrated. It is about becoming obsessed with your desire, not in a frantic or desperate way, but in a way that fills you with excitement, anticipation, and a deep knowing that what you want is already on its way. This level of focus creates a gravitational pull that brings your desires closer to you. Your attention, coupled with emotion and intention, becomes a magnet for the universe to deliver what you seek. The universe is always listening, always responding to your energy, and your focused attention is the signal it responds to. When you master the art of focusing your attention, you direct the flow of creation itself, guiding your desires from the invisible realm of thought into the visible realm of form. Chapter 8. The Power of Gratitude, a Magnetic Force for Abundance. Gratitude is not merely a polite gesture or a fleeting emotion. It is the key that unlocks the gates to abundance, prosperity, and creation. Gratitude is the highest vibration you can hold, and it is the most magnetic force in the universe. When you vibrate at the frequency of gratitude, you align yourself with the infinite flow of abundance that is constantly available to you. This is not just a feel-good practice. It is a fundamental law of the universe. Gratitude is the energetic signal that attracts more of what you desire. The moment you express genuine gratitude for what you already have, you open yourself to receiving more. The universe is a mirror, and it responds to the energy you emit. When you express appreciation for the abundance already present in your life, you send a signal that you are ready to receive even more. This is why gratitude is so powerful. It shifts your energy from a state of lack to a state of abundance. When you feel grateful, you are signaling to the universe that you are in harmony with the flow of life, and you are ready to receive all that it has to offer. It is easy to focus on what is lacking in our lives. The mind often gravitates toward what is missing, what is broken, or what we have not yet achieved. But this focus on lack is the very thing that perpetuates scarcity. The more you focus on what you don't have, the more you attract experiences that reinforce that lack. But when you turn your attention toward gratitude, toward the abundance that already exists in your life, you raise your vibration and open yourself to receive more. Gratitude transforms your energy, aligning it with the frequency of abundance. This is why gratitude is often called the magic ingredient in manifestation. It is not simply about being thankful for the good things in your life. It is about feeling that thankfulness deeply, infusing it with emotion, and sending it out into the universe as a magnetic force. Gratitude is the ultimate alignment tool. It aligns you with the flow of abundance, prosperity, and possibility, allowing everything you desire to come into your experience with ease. Gratitude works not just in response to positive events, but as a proactive tool for creation. By practicing gratitude for what you wish to manifest, you are sending the signal that you are already in receipt of it. Gratitude for your health, your wealth, your relationships, or your dreams fulfilled activates the energy that will bring these desires into physical form. The more you feel grateful for your dreams as if they are already true, the more powerfully you attract them. This is the true essence of the law of attraction. It's not about asking for what you want. It's about feeling as though what you want is already yours. Gratitude is the emotion that aligns you with this truth. When you express gratitude for your desires, you elevate your vibration to match the frequency of those desires, causing them to materialize in your life. The practice of gratitude is simple, yet profound. Each day, take a moment to express gratitude for the things you already have, and for the things you are about to receive. As you do so, feel the emotion of gratitude deeply. Let it fill every cell of your body, radiating outward like light. The more sincerely you feel this gratitude, the more you align with the abundance of the universe, opening the door to endless possibilities. In every moment, you have the power to shift your reality. When you focus on gratitude, you align with the natural flow of abundance. The universe is always ready to give, always ready to respond to your energetic signal. By practicing gratitude, you invite the universe to pour more blessings into your life. Gratitude is the magnet that attracts all that you desire. It is the force that turns the invisible into the visible, the imagined into the real. Gratitude is the most magnetic force in the universe. It is the language of abundance, the key that opens the doors to everything you desire. Embrace it, feel it, and watch as it transforms your life, drawing in the experiences, people, and opportunities that are aligned with your highest good. Chapter 9. Co-creation with the universe. The dance of divine timing. In the grand orchestration of the universe, there exists a sacred rhythm that guides all things into their perfect place and moment. This rhythm is not chaotic, nor is it random. It is divine timing, the unseen force that ensures everything unfolds exactly as it is meant to. And just as you have the power to direct your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, you are also invited into a harmonious dance with the universe, where you play a role not as a solitary creator, but as a co-creator with the divine. Co-creation is the sacred partnership between your will and the universe's wisdom. It is the understanding that while you are empowered to manifest your desires, there is an intelligence greater than your individual mind that orchestrates the perfect flow of energy to bring those desires into form. This is the dance of manifestation where your intentions meet divine timing, and the two move together in perfect synchronicity. In the human experience, there is often a sense of urgency. We set our desires, we take inspired action, and then we wait. But it is in this waiting, this space between desire and fulfillment, that the true magic of divine timing unfolds. It is important to remember that the universe does not operate on your timeline. It operates on a perfect rhythm, where everything unfolds in the right moment, at the right time, with the right alignment. When you understand and accept this, you begin to co-create with the universe in a way that is both effortless and powerful. You are not in control of everything. There is no need to force or manipulate your circumstances. Your role is to hold the vision, to set the intention, and to align yourself with the frequency of your desires. The universe will take care of the rest, guiding you toward the perfect timing for your desires to manifest. The key to co-creation is trust. Trust that the universe knows the perfect moment for your desires to arrive. Trust that every step you take is part of a greater plan. And trust that what you seek is already on its way. Divine timing is not about waiting passively. It is about participation. You are always in motion, always co-creating, even in the spaces where it feels like nothing is happening. In fact, the times when you feel like nothing is happening are often the moments when the universe is aligning all the pieces behind the scenes. It is in these moments of waiting, of stillness, that your greatest lessons in co-creation are learned. Patience, trust, and surrender. These are the virtues that align you with the dance of divine timing. This concept of divine timing is often difficult for the mind to grasp, because it challenges the human desire for control and instant gratification. We live in a world of immediate access, where everything is available at the touch of a button. Yet manifestation does not operate on the same principles as the material world. Manifestation requires the right conditions, and those conditions are created by the alignment of thought, emotion, intention, and timing. Imagine for a moment the growth of a tree. It begins as a tiny seed, deep in the earth, waiting for the perfect moment to sprout. The seed does not rush to break through the soil. It waits for the right conditions, the warmth of the sun, the nourishment of rain, and the protection of the earth. Each part of the process is crucial, and each moment of waiting is necessary for the tree to grow strong and healthy. Just as the seed trusts the rhythm of the earth to guide it toward its full potential, so must you trust the rhythm of divine timing to guide your desires to their rightful manifestation. It is in this understanding of timing that you also embrace the art of surrender. Surrendering is not about giving up. It is about releasing the need to control the process. You hold your desire in your heart. You take inspired action, and then you surrender the outcome to the universe. This act of surrender creates space for the universe to work its magic, for it is only when you release attachment to the how and the when that divine timing can unfold with grace. However, surrender does not mean inaction. You still must take inspired action when guided. Inspired action comes when you are in perfect alignment with your desires and trust the flow of the universe. It will feel natural, effortless, and full of joy. You will not be pushing against the current of life, but flowing with it. This is the dance you move in sync with the universe, not forcing the rhythm, but trusting the steps. Co-creation is also about seeing every experience as part of the process, even the challenges and setbacks. The universe often gives you opportunities for growth and expansion before it delivers your desires. Each experience is preparing you for the perfect fulfillment of your desires. The times when things feel difficult or unclear are simply moments of recalibration, where the universe is fine-tuning the perfect conditions for your manifestation. The truth of divine timing is that it always works in your favor. You may not always understand the why or the how, but trust that the universe has a greater plan, one that is more expansive and harmonious than anything you could have imagined. Your task is not to question the process, but to stay focused on the vision, aligned with the vibration of your desires, and open to the unfolding of the universe's timing. Remember, co-creation is a dance, and every step you take, every intention you set, is in perfect harmony with the cosmic rhythm. Trust the timing, trust the process, and surrender to the divine flow of manifestation. In the dance of divine timing, your desires are already on their way. All you need to do is stay in rhythm with the universe. Chapter 10. Surrendering to the flow, letting go of attachment. In the art of manifestation, there exists a sacred paradox to create. You must surrender. To manifest your deepest desires, you must release the grip of control, let go of attachment, and trust that what is meant for you will come to you effortlessly. This is the practice of surrender, a profound act of faith and trust in the universal process of creation. Surrender is not giving up. It is not resignation. Surrender is the act of letting go of the need to control the outcome. It is the practice of releasing your attachment to the how and the when of your manifestation. When you surrender, you release the inner tension, the forceful pushing, and the endless striving. You allow yourself to relax into the knowing that everything you desire is already on its way to you in its perfect time and form. The truth is that attachment blocks the flow of creation. Attachment is rooted in fear, the fear that if you do not control the process, your desires will not come to fruition. This fear creates resistance, and resistance prevents manifestation from flowing smoothly. Think of it as trying to catch a river in your hands. The more you try to grip and control the water, the more it slips through your fingers. But when you let go of the need to control the water, it moves effortlessly with the current. Manifestation works in much the same way. When you hold tightly to your desires with an iron grip, you send a message to the universe that you do not trust the process. You are clinging to an outcome, trying to force the universe to deliver it in a particular way. This is the energy of control, and control is the antithesis of creation. Creation flows through surrender, through trust, through allowing. True surrender comes from a deep knowing that the universe is always working in your favor. It is understanding that your desires are already on their way to you, even if you cannot see them yet. When you let go of the attachment to how your desires will manifest, you allow the universe to work its magic, bringing the perfect people, opportunities, and circumstances into your life at the exact right time. But how can you surrender when it feels so difficult? How can you let go when your desire seems so urgent? The key lies in the deep trust that you are always supported by the universe. The universe is not withholding your desires from you. It is aligning everything to bring them into perfect form. Your role is to trust in this alignment. Trust that what is meant for you will come, and trust that the timing will be perfect. Surrendering also means embracing the unknown. We are often afraid to let go because we do not know what will happen next. We fear that without control, things will fall apart. But true freedom lies in releasing the need for certainty. Surrender is an act of faith, the faith that the universe is not working against you, but for you. It is the faith that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances are already being drawn to you. The practice of surrender also invites you to soften. When you stop forcing your desires to come into being, you give them space to grow naturally. Just as a flower does not force its petals open but instead surrenders to the sun, your desires too will unfold in their own perfect time. You do not need to micromanage the universe. Your job is to be clear about what you want, to align with the vibration of that desire, and then to surrender to the flow of creation. One of the most powerful ways to practice surrender is through gratitude. When you feel a sense of gratitude for what you already have, for the experiences, the people, and the blessings that are already in your life, you release the need for more. You stop focusing on what you lack and begin to focus on what is already here. This shift in energy is incredibly powerful because it allows you to stop pushing and start receiving. The act of gratitude amplifies your surrender, signaling to the universe that you trust the flow of your life. Surrender is not a passive act. It is an active trust. It is a choice to let go of fear, control, and attachment, and to open yourself to the natural flow of manifestation. It is the peace that comes when you trust the process of creation and know that your desires are already on their way to you. The universe is always working for your highest good, and when you surrender to this flow, you become a conscious participant in the unfolding of your dreams. Surrender, then, is the gateway to true freedom. When you release attachment, you free yourself from the burdens of worry and doubt, and you allow the universe to work its miracles. Trust the flow, trust the timing, and most importantly, trust yourself. You are a co-creator with the universe, and your desires are already becoming your reality. Let go and watch as the universe moves effortlessly to bring your dreams to life. Chapter 11. The Field of Allowance. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in the middle of a vast open field. The sun is warm, the air is still, and there is an undeniable sense of freedom surrounding you. You could go anywhere, do anything, and in every direction, there lies a world of infinite possibilities. This field is not just a physical space. It is a representation of the field of allowance, the infinite, unbounded space where creation flows freely. It is the fertile ground where your desires can grow, and the key to experiencing effortless manifestation is allowing them to take root. Allowing is the art of stepping back and stepping into trust. It is the act of releasing resistance and opening yourself to the natural flow of life. In the world of manifestation, allowing is often the most difficult concept to grasp because it goes against our natural inclination to control and force outcomes. Yet, this is where the magic lies in non-resistance, in opening up space for your desires to unfold without interference. The universe operates through a principle of ease, and when you allow, you align with the flow of life. Allowing is not about sitting idly and waiting for something to happen, but about aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the energy of what you want, without trying to manipulate or control the process. It is about trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, and that you are an active participant in the process of creation, but not the one who has to push, force, or rush it. Imagine a river flowing effortlessly toward the ocean. It does not struggle against the current. It simply flows. The river doesn't worry about when it will reach its destination, nor does it attempt to control the path it takes. It surrenders to the natural forces, trusting that it will eventually arrive where it is meant to be. You, too, are like that river. The more you allow yourself to flow with the currents of life, the more easily your desires will come to you. This concept of allowance is crucial in the practice of manifestation. Often, we get caught in the trap of wanting something so badly that we create a sense of urgency around it. This urgency, this neediness, can distort the energy of your desires. When you are attached to the outcome, when you try to force your desires into being, you are resisting the natural flow of creation. You are stepping out of the field of allowance and into a state of control, which only creates friction. To truly manifest what you desire, you must enter a state of relaxation, of openness, of allowing. This is not about passive waiting or doing nothing. It is about trusting that the universe is working in your favor, aligning everything perfectly, and that you do not have to struggle or control the process. You must learn to trust the process of manifestation and surrender the how and the when. You need only to align your energy with your desires and then allow them to come to you. The law of attraction works through the field of allowance. You see, the universe is always responding to your energy, but it cannot respond if you are in a state of resistance. When you align with what you want and release your attachment to it, you create an energetic match. The universe, which is always in perfect alignment with your vibration, will then begin to bring to you the people, opportunities, and experiences that reflect that energy. The act of allowing is simply opening to that energy and saying, I am ready to receive. To allow, you must first accept the present moment. Often, we think that we need to change something about ourselves or our circumstances to bring about the manifestation we desire. However, the key to allowance is accepting that where you are right now is perfect. There is nothing wrong with your current situation. It is merely the reflection of where your energy is at this moment. When you accept the present moment, you open the door for the future to unfold without resistance. This is where the practice of mindfulness comes into play. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present, not just in your physical surroundings, but with your inner energy as well. When you are mindful of your thoughts and emotions, you are able to observe them without judgment, without attachment, and without resistance. You can choose which thoughts to focus on, which emotions to nurture, and which desires to align with. In this space of mindfulness, you allow the universe to guide you toward your desires without feeling the need to control every step of the journey. Another powerful tool in the field of allowance is faith. Faith is the knowing that what you desire is already on its way to you. It is the confidence that the universe is always working behind the scenes to bring your dreams to fruition. Faith is the foundation of allowing. When you have faith in the process, You trust that the universe is always acting in your best interest, even if you cannot see the results immediately. You know that every moment, every experience, and every synchronicity is leading you closer to your desired outcome. When you enter the field of allowance, you enter a space where everything becomes effortless. You stop fighting against the current of life and instead begin to move with it. You allow the universe to orchestrate the perfect circumstances, the perfect timing, and the perfect conditions for your desires to manifest. The key is to trust in the process and surrender to the natural flow. Take a moment and ask yourself, are you allowing, or are you forcing, controlling, or resisting your desires? To manifest your dreams, you must step into the field of allowance, where you surrender your need to control and allow the universe to take care of the details. Trust that everything is unfolding in its perfect time and space, and your desires will begin to flow to you effortlessly, just as the river flows to the sea. Chapter 12. Vibration before vision. There is a profound truth in the universe that governs all creation. Vibration precedes vision. Before anything can be made manifest in the physical world, it must first exist in the energetic realm. Every single thing that has ever been created, from the stars in the sky to the chair you sit in, began as a vibration. The thoughts, feelings, and emotions you emit carry a certain vibrational frequency, and it is this frequency that attracts the conditions, experiences, and people that match it. You see, vibration is the foundation of all creation. Every intention, every thought, and every desire carries a frequency. This frequency vibrates at a certain level, and the universe responds to it. The law of attraction operates not by responding to your vision directly, but by responding to your vibrational energy. The vision is simply a clear mental picture of what you want to create. It is a representation of your desire, but it is your vibration, your energy, your emotional state, and your thoughts that is the key to unlocking the manifestation of that vision. When you hold a vision in your mind, it is not the vision itself that is attracting your desires to you, but the vibration you emit as you focus on it. If you think about your desire and feel excited, joyful, and grateful, you are emitting a high-frequency vibration that will attract circumstances that align with those feelings. On the other hand, if you think about your vision and feel doubt, fear, or resistance, you are emitting a low-frequency vibration that will attract circumstances that match those emotions. This is why the work of manifestation is not simply about thinking about what you want. It is about feeling what you want. It is about aligning your vibrational frequency with the energy of your desire. You must become the energetic match for what you wish to manifest. When your vibration matches the vibration of your desire, manifestation flows effortlessly. But when there is a gap, when your thoughts and emotions are out of sync with your desires, the universe cannot align with your vision, and manifestation becomes difficult. The first step in mastering the art of manifestation is to shift your vibration. Focus not on the external circumstances, but on the way you feel. Your feelings are the gateway to your vibrational energy. How you feel about your desires determines the frequency you are emitting. If you want to manifest a life of abundance, love, and success, you must feel abundant, loved, and successful, regardless of your current circumstances. This is the heart of the practice. You feel your vision into existence. The clearer your vision, the stronger the emotions it evokes. If your vision excites you, fills you with joy, and makes you feel expansive, you are in alignment with the energy of that vision. On the other hand, if your vision brings up feelings of fear, doubt, or anxiety, you are not aligned with it. You are sending out a contradictory signal to the universe, and manifestation cannot occur in this state. So how do you raise your vibration to align with your vision? First, practice awareness. Notice how you feel when you think about your desires. Pay attention to the emotions that arise. If they are positive, use that energy to fuel your vision. If they are negative, take a moment to shift your perspective. Change the way you think about your desire until it brings up positive emotions. This could be through gratitude, positive affirmations, or simply visualizing the outcome in a way that excites you. The second step is to embody the energy of your desires. How would you feel if your vision were already a reality? Would you feel joy, excitement, gratitude, peace, or freedom? Begin to feel those emotions now, regardless of your current circumstances. When you embody the feelings of already having what you want, you shift your vibrational frequency, and the universe responds by matching that energy with corresponding circumstances. Remember, vision is important, but it is vibration that sets the process of creation in motion. The clearer you become in your vision, and the higher you raise your vibration to match that vision, the faster your desires will manifest in your physical reality. Chapter 13. The Myth of Luck. In the world of manifestation, there exists a deeply ingrained myth, one that has been passed down through generations and deeply embedded in the collective consciousness. It is the myth of luck, the belief that some people are simply lucky, while others are not. This myth suggests that the good things in life are handed out by chance or fate, often based on nothing more than randomness. But the truth is far more powerful than this. There is no such thing as luck. What we call luck is simply the invisible workings of the universe and the energetic alignment of thoughts, emotions, and intentions that magnetize opportunities to those who understand this law. Luck is often perceived as an external force that comes and goes without rhyme or reason. Some people seem to have all the fortune, they win the lottery, meet the right people at the right time, or find success effortlessly. Meanwhile, others struggle, work tirelessly, and still find themselves feeling stuck in a cycle of misfortune. But the truth behind this so-called luck is not about random chance. It is about the alignment of energy. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, responds not to external circumstances, but to the vibrational frequency that you emit. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions with the vibration of what you want, you magnetize those desires to you, and what the world calls luck is simply a reflection of your energetic state. The law of attraction is not about waiting for a stroke of good fortune to land on your lap. It is about becoming a vibrational match for the opportunities, abundance, and success you desire. People who seem to be lucky are simply those whose energy is aligned with the frequency of what they want. They do not rely on chance or external events. They have learned to co-create with the universe through their thoughts, emotions, and actions. They trust in the process and know that their desires are already on their way. So, how can you stop relying on luck and begin creating your own reality? The first step is to shift your mindset. Begin by releasing the idea that luck is something that happens to some and not to others. Luck is not a random event that you wait for, but a consequence of alignment. When you hold a vision of your desires with clarity, feel the emotions of already having them, and take inspired action, you create a frequency that attracts the opportunities and experiences that are in harmony with your energy. One of the most powerful tools in moving beyond the myth of luck is to embrace the idea that you are in control of your reality. While circumstances may arise that seem to be outside of your control, how you respond to them is always within your power. Your thoughts, feelings, and actions shape the reality you experience. The moment you take responsibility for your energy and your alignment, you free yourself from the limitations of believing that life is simply a game of chance. Instead, you begin to see yourself as the creator of your reality, and the opportunities you attract are a direct reflection of the energy you are sending out. Take, for example, The story of a person who feels they are lucky because everything they seem to touch turns to gold. But when you look closely, you will often find that these individuals are not relying on external luck at all. They have learned to align themselves with the energy of success. They consistently think thoughts of abundance and opportunity. They feel gratitude for the opportunities they have, even before they manifest fully. And they take inspired action toward their goals, trusting that the universe will provide what they need. Their luck is simply the result of energetic alignment. The universe is always responding to your frequency. When you align with the energy of success, abundance, and joy, you attract those experiences into your life. Luck is not something that happens to you. It is a reflection of your energetic alignment. So, if you find yourself thinking that you are not lucky or that success is always out of your reach, shift your perception. The world is not stacked against you. The universe is not playing favorites. Rather, it is reflecting back to you the energy you are putting into it. If you want to experience more luck in your life, begin by changing the energy you are sending out. The key to creating your own luck is to embrace the process of co-creation with the universe. You are a vibrational match for your desires, and the universe always responds to your energy. Trust the process. Align your thoughts, emotions, and intentions, and watch as your desires begin to flow to you with ease. The myth of luck is simply that, a myth. The truth is that you have the power to create your own reality through the energy you emit. And when you harness that power, you will find that the universe is always ready to provide you with the opportunities you seek. Chapter 14. Timelines and Trust. In the unfolding journey of manifestation, there is one powerful truth that many overlook: the timing of your desires. It is easy to get caught up in impatience and frustration when your manifestations don't appear as quickly as you expect. But this impatience, this desire for instant results, often stems from a misunderstanding of how creation works. The universe is always in motion, aligning the right circumstances, people, and opportunities to bring your desires into physical form. But the process requires patience and trust. The timing of your desires is just as important as the desire itself, and learning to trust the universe's timing is the key to manifesting your dreams. Just as a seed cannot grow overnight into a full-grown tree, your desires need time to develop, align, and take shape. The universe operates on divine timing, and this timing is perfect even when it doesn't match your preferred schedule. You may set an intention, take action, and even begin to feel the energy of your desire, but still, there may be a gap between your vision and its manifestation. This gap is not a sign of failure. It is a sign that the universe is working behind the scenes to bring everything into alignment, preparing the perfect conditions for your desires to come to fruition. Trust is the essential element in this process. Trust that the universe knows exactly when and how to deliver your desires. Trust that every moment of waiting, every delay, every seeming setback is part of the greater plan. The universe is not withholding your desires from you. It is aligning them with the right timing. When you trust the process and surrender to divine timing, you remove the resistance that slows down manifestation. Trust allows the energy to flow freely, and when you trust the timing of the universe, your desires are able to unfold naturally and effortlessly. In moments of impatience, remind yourself that everything is unfolding perfectly. The reason for delays, the reason for waiting, is often because the universe is preparing the conditions for your desires to manifest in their most perfect and abundant form. What might seem like a setback or delay could actually be the universe fine-tuning the details to bring you a manifestation that exceeds your expectations. Trusting in divine timing also requires releasing the need to control the how and the when of your desires. We often try to dictate exactly how things should unfold, when they should happen, and in what form they should appear. But the universe, in its infinite wisdom, has far greater plans for us than our limited minds can comprehend. When we try to control the process, we block the flow of creation. But when we trust and surrender, we open ourselves to the infinite possibilities that the universe has in store for us. One powerful way to practice trust is through gratitude. Express gratitude for the manifestations that are on their way, even before they arrive. Gratitude aligns you with the vibration of abundance, reminding you that your desires are already being fulfilled. It shifts your energy from lack and impatience to joy and certainty. When you live in a state of gratitude, you naturally align with the timeline of the universe. You are no longer impatiently waiting for something to happen. You are trusting that everything is happening exactly as it should, in the perfect moment. Another practice to strengthen your trust in divine timing is to engage in mindfulness. When you are fully present in the moment, you stop looking ahead to the future or regretting the past. You become aware of the signs, synchronicities, and blessings that are already present in your life. Mindfulness helps you shift your focus away from the gap between desire and manifestation and into the abundance of the present moment. It grounds you in the certainty that everything is already aligned for your highest good. Manifestation is not about force or control. It is about allowing. When you trust the timing of your desires, you release the tension of trying to rush or manipulate the process. You recognize that everything is unfolding in its perfect time, and this trust allows the universe to bring your desires to you with ease and grace. Remember, divine timing is always at work. The universe is always guiding you toward your desires, aligning the perfect opportunities and experiences along your path. When you surrender to this trust and let go of the need for control, you will see how effortlessly the universe brings your manifestations into reality, often in ways you could never have predicted. Your trust is the key to unlocking the perfect timing for your dreams, and in this trust, you find the peace and patience that allow your desires to unfold beautifully and effortlessly. Chapter 15. Alchemy of Contrast. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, works through contrasts, the dance between what you desire and what you do not. Every desire you hold, every dream you manifest, is born from contrast. It is the friction between what is and what could be that creates the space for transformation. Just as a sculptor chisels away at the rough stone to reveal the masterpiece within, your experiences of contrast serve as the chisel that refines your soul and clarifies your desires. Without contrast, you would have no understanding of what you truly want. It is the very tension between what you desire and what you don't that fuels your growth and evolution. Consider for a moment the nature of contrast in your life. Perhaps you have experienced hardship, disappointment, or loss moments when life seemed to throw obstacles in your path. In those moments, it can feel as if everything is working against you. But in truth, these moments are not obstacles. They are the universe's way of refining you, helping you understand exactly what you do want by showing you what you don't. When you encounter adversity, you are presented with an opportunity for growth. Every challenge, every setback, is a chance to reassess your desires, redefine your values, and fine-tune your vision. The contrast you experience is not something to be feared, nor something to avoid. It is a necessary part of the process of creation. Without it, you would be like a blank canvas, unshaped and undefined. It is the experiences of life that give shape to your desires, molding them with precision and clarity. When you experience a challenge or a setback, instead of seeing it as a sign of failure or misfortune, ask yourself, what is this contrast showing me about what I truly desire? How is this experience refining my vision? In that moment, you will begin to see the truth. Contrast is the creative force that shapes your life. Just as a sculptor uses a chisel to carve away excess stone, the universe uses contrast to carve away what is not aligned with your true desires. When you encounter difficulty, you are being refined. The pain of contrast is not a punishment. It is an invitation to clarify your vision and align your energy with the outcome you seek. The universe, in its boundless love, gives you these experiences to help you define your soul's desires with more precision. Contrast, then, is not something to resist or avoid. It is something to embrace. It is through contrast that you discover what you truly value, what you truly want, and what you are ready to receive. Just as gold is refined through the heat of a furnace, so too is your soul refined through the heat of contrast. The tension between what you want and what you experience forces you to grow. It helps you to step into a higher state of being, a state where your desires are no longer vague or undefined, but crystallized with clarity. This is why you must be careful not to label your experiences of contrast as bad. When you encounter something that doesn't align with your desires, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that life is working against you. But the universe is not against you. It is refining you. Every contrast, every challenge, is simply showing you more clearly what you want and don't want. It is helping you to distinguish between the life you want to create and the life you no longer wish to experience. The key to working with the alchemy of contrast is in how you respond to it. When contrast arises, you can either allow it to take you further from your desires, or you can use it as fuel to clarify and amplify them. The universe will always present you with choices. The key is to choose the path that aligns with your highest good. When faced with adversity, you have the power to decide how you will react. Will you sink into frustration and despair? Or will you rise above and use the experience to fuel your desire for something better? When you choose to rise, when you choose to view contrast as a gift, you become a powerful creator. You stop being a victim of circumstances and start being an active participant in your own transformation. Instead of feeling helpless when things don't go your way, you learn to navigate contrast with grace, clarity, and purpose. This is where the true power of manifestation lies, in your ability to transform every experience, every moment, and every challenge into an opportunity for growth and refinement. The practice of alchemy is the practice of turning base metals into gold. Similarly, your ability to transform the contrast in your life into opportunities for growth is the process of turning your struggles into triumphs. The more you learn to embrace contrast, the more you align yourself with the flow of creation. And the more you align with the flow, the more effortlessly your desires will manifest. Contrast is not your enemy. It is your ally, a powerful force that helps you shape your desires with precision and clarity. When you embrace it, you understand that every experience is part of the creative process, refining your vision and guiding you toward your highest potential. The challenges you face are not obstacles. They are the sculptor's chisel, carving away what no longer serves you and revealing the masterpiece that is your life. Chapter 16. The Invisible Contract. In every aspect of life, there exists a profound and often unspoken truth that nothing happens by accident. Every experience you have, every person you meet, and every challenge you face is part of a greater, invisible agreement. You may not remember signing this contract, but it exists nonetheless. The invisible contract is the energetic agreement your soul made before you were born. A promise, a pact with the universe, to experience and grow in certain ways throughout your life. These contracts are not rigid. They are fluid and ever-evolving, but they are always in place, guiding your path and shaping your experiences. These contracts are not signed with pen and paper. They are formed at the deepest level of your consciousness, before your birth, as your soul chooses the lessons, the experiences, and the growth it wishes to encounter in this lifetime. These contracts are designed to help you learn, to help you expand, and to help you remember the truth of your divine nature. Your soul's highest purpose is to grow and evolve, and the experiences you face are specifically chosen to lead you toward this growth. Many of these invisible contracts are formed around relationships, careers, and significant life events. The people you meet, the circumstances you encounter, and even the struggles you face are part of these agreements. While the conscious mind may not always understand why certain things happen, the soul knows the purpose of these experiences. They are part of your soul's journey. For instance, you may find yourself constantly attracting relationships that reflect your fears or insecurities. On the surface, this may seem like bad luck or misfortune, but it is actually the manifestation of an invisible contract designed to help you overcome these patterns. Perhaps your soul has chosen to experience betrayal or heartbreak in order to learn the lessons of trust, self-worth, or forgiveness. These contracts are not punishments. They are opportunities for growth. They are soul agreements designed to push you toward your highest potential. But here is the key. When you recognize these contracts, you have the power to renegotiate them. Just as a business contract can be amended or voided, so too can these invisible soul contracts. Once you become aware of them, you can choose to release old agreements that no longer serve your highest good. You can consciously break the cycle of negative patterns and release the energy of past agreements that are limiting your growth. To begin to recognize and release these invisible contracts, start by becoming aware of the patterns that repeat in your life. Do you repeatedly find yourself in unhealthy relationships? Do you struggle with financial hardship, health challenges, or feelings of unworthiness? These recurring patterns are often signs of invisible contracts that need to be reviewed and released. It's important to understand that these contracts are not written in stone. You have the power to break free from them and rewrite the agreement with the universe. A powerful practice for releasing these invisible contracts is to set the intention to identify and dissolve them. Ask the universe, your higher self, or your guides to reveal the contracts that are no longer serving you. As you bring awareness to these agreements, you may begin to notice the underlying beliefs and fears that are keeping them in place. These beliefs, often formed in childhood or past lives, are simply old energy patterns that need to be transmuted. Once you have identified these invisible contracts, the next step is to release them. This is done through conscious forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, and releasing any guilt or shame associated with these old patterns. In this act of forgiveness, you dissolve the energetic contracts that have held you in patterns of limitation. You free yourself from the past, and in doing so, you open yourself to new possibilities, new growth, and new experiences. As you release these invisible contracts, you create the space for new agreements. Agreements that are aligned with your highest good, your soul's purpose, and your deepest desires. These new contracts are formed with the universe, with your own higher self, and with the flow of life. You are no longer bound by old, limiting agreements. You are free to co-create the life you desire, aligning with your soul's purpose and allowing your highest potential to unfold. The invisible contracts that shape your life are not fixed or unchangeable. When you recognize them, you have the power to release what no longer serves you and to enter into new agreements that are aligned with your true essence. The universe is always ready to support your growth and transformation. The question is, are you ready to renegotiate your soul's contracts and step into your highest potential? When you release the old contracts, you step into a new phase of creation. You no longer live under the weight of past agreements. You move forward with clarity, purpose, and the power to manifest the life you were meant to live. Trust that the universe will always provide the opportunities for growth, and as you renegotiate your soul's contracts, you will align with the divine flow of creation. bringing your desires into reality with grace and ease. Chapter 17. Money as Conscious Energy. Money, a word that can evoke a range of emotions, from fear and scarcity to freedom and abundance. For many, it represents a necessary tool for survival. For others, it symbolizes power, success, or security. But what if the true nature of money is neither about survival nor status? What if money is simply conscious energy, a vibrational current that flows through the universe, just like any other form of energy? When you begin to understand money as energy, your relationship with it transforms. You no longer chase after it out of desperation or anxiety. Instead, you begin to align yourself with it, to allow it to flow naturally into your life as a reflection of the energy you emit. At its core, money is not an object. It is not a tangible item of wealth or power. It is a symbol, a representation of energy exchanged. Just as light flows through a wire or water flows through pipes, money is a form of energy in motion. It is the energetic exchange of value. And just as you can cultivate the flow of energy in your life through your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you can also cultivate the flow of money. The first step in shifting your relationship with money is to release the limiting beliefs you may have about it. For many, money is associated with scarcity, fear, and competition. These beliefs often stem from childhood conditioning or societal programming, which teaches that money is hard to come by, or that there is never enough to go around. But in truth, money is an abundant resource, as abundant as the air you breathe or the water you drink. The universe is filled with infinite abundance, and money is simply one form of that abundance. When you learn to see money as energy, you stop seeing it as something to hoard or fight for, and begin seeing it as something to flow with. This understanding of money as energy is particularly transformative when you consider how energy works. Just as you cannot hold on to air or light, you cannot hold on to money without blocking its flow. Energy, including money, needs to circulate. It needs to flow freely. When you hold on to money out of fear or scarcity, you create resistance, and resistance blocks the flow of energy. But when you allow money to flow, both into your life and out of your life, you become a magnet for abundance. This is why so many successful people talk about the importance of generosity. When you spend money with an open heart and a mindset of abundance, you signal to the universe that you trust the flow, and the universe responds by bringing more money into your life. This is not about reckless spending or giving without consideration. It is about recognizing the energetic exchange that money represents. When you give freely, whether it's through charity, investment in your business, or even treating others with kindness and respect, you are aligning yourself with the flow of money and energy. When you receive money, do so with gratitude and the knowledge that it is a form of energy, just as you are a conduit for energy. Every exchange is an opportunity to tune your vibration to one of abundance and alignment. Your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs about money determine the frequency at which you align with it. When you think thoughts of scarcity, "I never have enough," "money is hard to come by," "I'm always struggling," you are sending out an energy that matches those beliefs. The universe will reflect that energy back to you, and the flow of money in your life will be restricted. On the other hand, when you think thoughts of abundance, "Money flows to me easily," "I am worthy of wealth," "There is more than enough for everyone," you align yourself with the vibrational frequency of wealth, and the universe responds by delivering more money into your life. But it's not just your thoughts about money that matter, it's your relationship with it. The way you feel about money is just as important as what you think. If you feel tense, anxious, or resentful about money, that emotional state will block the flow. On the other hand, when you feel grateful for the money you have, Even if it's not as much as you want, you are opening yourself to receive more. Gratitude is the highest frequency of all, and when you express it, you align with the flow of universal abundance. The practice of cultivating an abundant mindset begins by changing how you feel about money. Start by paying attention to your thoughts and feelings. When you think about finances, do you feel stress, worry, or lack? Or do you feel calm, peaceful, and grateful? When you notice the tension around money, take a deep breath and remind yourself that money is energy. It is neither good nor bad, but a neutral force that responds to the energy you project. Shift your mindset from one of scarcity to one of abundance. Instead of fearing that you might lose money, trust that it will always flow to you, in its own time and in its own way. A practical way to begin shifting your energy around money is to draw your abundance. Make a practice of affirming the following: money flows easily and effortlessly to me. I am a magnet for wealth and prosperity. Or, I trust the universe to provide all that I need. These affirmations align your energy with the flow of money and abundance. Repeat them daily, especially when you notice fear or scarcity creeping in. Feel the emotions of gratitude and abundance as you say these words, and watch as the universe begins to reflect back that energy in the form of more money and opportunities. Remember that money is simply a reflection of the energy you emit. When you align yourself with abundance, you become a clear channel for wealth. When you release the fear, the scarcity, and the limiting beliefs about money, you step into the flow of universal energy. And money, like all energy, begins to flow freely through you. Chapter 18. Relationships as Resonance. Every interaction you have, every relationship you form, is a direct reflection of your vibrational frequency. Relationships are not simply a matter of two people coming together by chance. They are energetic exchanges, vibrational resonances that attract, reflect, and create the experiences that shape our lives. Just as a tuning fork responds to another fork vibrating at the same frequency, so too do your relationships reflect the energy you are putting out. The law of attraction does not simply attract what you want, it attracts who you are. And this principle is especially true in matters of the heart. Your relationships, whether romantic, familial, or professional, are a mirror of your inner world. If you desire a loving, supportive relationship, but find yourself repeatedly attracting people who are distant, unavailable, or unsupportive, it is not simply bad luck. It is a reflection of the energy you are emitting. The energy you send out into the world, consciously or unconsciously, is what you will attract in return. The first step in transforming your relationships to become aware of the energy you are putting out. What do you believe about yourself and others in relationships? Do you believe that you are worthy of love and respect? Do you believe that relationships can be easy and fulfilling? Or do you believe that love is something you must fight for, chase after, or struggle to maintain? These beliefs form the foundation of your relationships and determine the energy you attract. When you change these internal beliefs, you shift the energy of your relationships and begin to attract people who are aligned with your highest good. One of the most powerful practices for transforming your relationships is to focus on self-love. When you love and accept yourself fully, you raise your vibration and become a magnet for relationships that are loving, supportive, and aligned with your highest potential. Self-love is not just about feeling good about yourself. It is about recognizing your worthiness and setting healthy boundaries. When you truly love yourself, you stop settling for relationships that are draining, toxic, or unfulfilling. Instead, you begin to attract relationships that are mutually supportive, nourishing, and enriching. The second key to transforming your relationships is to practice vibrational alignment. If you want to attract love, joy, and harmony in your relationships, you must first embody those emotions yourself. You cannot expect someone else to love you if you do not love yourself. You cannot expect to experience peace in your relationships if you are carrying unresolved anger or resentment. Vibrational alignment means becoming the energy you wish to attract. If you want compassion, kindness, and understanding in your relationships, begin by embodying those qualities in your own life. Every relationship, at its core, is a resonance, a vibrational match between two energies. The more aligned your energy is with the qualities you desire in a partner or friend, the more likely it is that you will attract someone who mirrors that energy. If you are vibrating at a frequency of love, respect, and joy, you will naturally attract relationships that reflect those qualities. If you are vibrating at a frequency of fear, insecurity, or lack, you will attract relationships that mirror those patterns. The practice of becoming more mindful of your emotional and vibrational energy is one of the most powerful tools for transforming your relationships. Start by asking yourself, what energy am I emitting in my relationships? Are my thoughts and feelings in alignment with the type of relationship I desire? If not, what can I shift within myself to begin attracting better relationships? When you begin to change your internal energy, your external reality will shift to match it. Lastly, it is important to understand that all relationships serve a purpose, even those that may seem challenging or difficult. Every person you meet, every relationship you form, is an opportunity for growth, healing, and self-awareness. Even relationships that end or cause pain are valuable teachers. They show you where you need to grow, where you need to heal, and where you need to raise your vibration to attract something better. Embrace every relationship as a sacred mirror, and recognize that it is reflecting back to you the energy you are putting out. When you embrace this truth, you become empowered to shift your energy and attract the relationships that align with your highest potential. Your relationships are an extension of you, a reflection of your vibrational frequency. By loving yourself, aligning your energy, and understanding that every relationship is an opportunity for growth, you transform the quality of your connections with others. As you raise your vibration, you begin to attract the love, support, and connection that you truly desire, and your relationships become a harmonious resonance of your soul's deepest truth. Chapter 19. The dimmer switch of belief. Deep within the core of creation lies a subtle yet powerful mechanism that governs everything: belief. What you believe is not just a thought or a fleeting idea. It is the foundation upon which your reality is built. Your beliefs create the framework through which you experience the world, and they act as a lens, filtering the energy that flows through you, shaping your desires, and determining the outcomes you attract. The key to unlocking your full potential lies in understanding the immense power of belief and the ability to fine-tune and adjust it like a dimmer switch. Belief is the dimmer switch of creation. It can either illuminate your desires and bring them into sharp focus, or it can dull your vision and keep your dreams in the shadows. Just as a dimmer switch regulates the brightness of a light, your beliefs regulate the intensity of your manifestation. When you hold a belief that aligns with your desires, the light of creation shines brightly, and your reality unfolds with ease. But when your beliefs are in conflict with your desires, when they are dim, unfocused, or contradictory, the light dims, and manifestation becomes sluggish, unclear, or even blocked. The critical first step is to become aware of your beliefs. Often, we hold beliefs so deeply ingrained in our subconscious that we don't even realize we have them. These beliefs were formed over a lifetime of experiences, teachings, and conditioning. Some of these beliefs serve us and empower us, while others limit us and keep us stuck in patterns of lack, doubt, or fear. The beliefs you hold shape your reality because they create your internal vibration the energy you emit. This energy then attracts matching experiences and people into your life. If you believe that money is scarce, your vibration will align with scarcity, and you will find yourself constantly struggling financially. If you believe that love is difficult to find, you will attract relationships that reflect that belief. The truth is, belief is the most powerful creative force in your life. When you believe that something is possible, when you trust it with unwavering certainty, you open yourself to the flow of that energy. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, always responds to your internal frequency, and that frequency is powered by your beliefs. If you want to create a new reality, you must start by adjusting your beliefs. The dimmer switch of belief operates in a way that requires conscious awareness. When you find that your current belief system is limiting you, you can begin to adjust it, bit by bit. This adjustment requires conscious effort, but it is entirely within your control. Here's where the beauty lies. Just as you can adjust the brightness of a light, you can fine-tune your beliefs. When you notice that a belief is blocking your desire, you can dial it down, soften it, and replace it with a more empowering belief. You can shift the intensity of the belief, just as you would adjust a dimmer switch. This process of fine-tuning your beliefs is incredibly powerful because it redirects your energy. When your beliefs are in alignment with your desires, the universe aligns with them as well. If you believe you are worthy of abundance, you emit a frequency of worthiness, and the universe responds with opportunities and experiences that match that vibration. If you believe that love is easy to find, you align with the energy of love, and the universe mirrors that energy back to you. One of the most transformative ways to adjust your beliefs is to examine the stories you tell yourself. We all have personal narratives that shape our perception of the world. These stories often come from childhood, past experiences, or societal conditioning. But these stories are not fixed truths. They are simply interpretations of reality. When you identify a limiting story, you can rewrite it. For example, if you have a belief that money is hard to come by, ask yourself, is this truly a universal truth, or is it just a story I've been telling myself? When you change the story, when you adjust the narrative, you change the energy around it, and you change the course of your manifestation. Another powerful tool for adjusting your beliefs is affirmation. By consciously repeating positive statements about yourself, your life, and your desires, you begin to reshape your internal vibration. Affirmations act like a tuning fork, helping you to bring your energy into alignment with your desires. When you repeat affirmations such as, "I am worthy of abundance," or "I am deserving of love," you are tuning your belief system to match the vibration of those statements. The more you repeat these affirmations with belief and conviction, the more they begin to influence your thoughts, emotions, and actions, and the more they shape the reality you experience. It's important to note that beliefs are dynamic. They are constantly evolving. Just as the dimmer switch adjusts the intensity of the light, your beliefs are not fixed but adjustable. As you expand, grow, and evolve, so too will your beliefs. The key is to remain conscious of the beliefs that no longer serve you and to actively adjust them as needed. As you do, you will begin to notice the light of your desires shining more brightly, and the world around you will begin to shift in response to your new, empowered vibration. Belief is the key to unlocking the potential within you. By adjusting your beliefs, you adjust the flow of energy in your life, and as a result, you transform the reality you experience. So, ask yourself, what beliefs are you holding on to that are dimming your light? How can you begin to adjust your belief system to align more closely with your desires? When you master the dimmer switch of belief, you will find that manifestation becomes not only possible, but inevitable. Chapter 20. The Spacious. Now, in the realm of manifestation, there is one profound truth that holds the key to unlocking all creation. The present moment is the doorway to all possibility. In our fast-paced, goal-oriented world, it is easy to focus on what we want to achieve in the future, constantly striving for the next milestone, the next goal, the next dream. But in doing so, we often overlook the most powerful moment we have now. The future is a result of what you do in the present. The past has already been written, but the present moment is the space where all creation occurs, and it is only in this space that you can truly create the reality you desire. The idea of the spacious now is rooted in the understanding that time is not linear, and the energy of creation does not live in the past or future. Everything exists in the present moment. The past is simply a collection of memories, and the future is a collection of possibilities. The only time you truly have to create is now. When you are fully present, fully engaged in the here and now, you activate the quantum field of infinite potential. In this space, you are aligned with the energy of all that is possible, and every possibility exists within your grasp. In the busy whirl of modern life, the present moment is often the most overlooked. We rush from task to task, constantly thinking about what needs to be done next, constantly planning for the future. But in doing so, we miss the power of the present moment. We become disconnected from the energy of creation. When you are caught up in the past or the future, your energy is scattered. You are no longer in alignment with the present, and as a result, your desires remain distant, waiting for you to return to the moment in which they can manifest. Manifestation begins in the present. The power to create lies not in worrying about what might happen tomorrow or regretting what happened yesterday, but in fully embracing the now. The spacious now is a moment of stillness, of presence, where all energy converges into one point of focus. It is in this moment that you can tap into the quantum field, the realm of infinite possibility, and bring your desires into physical form. This idea of the spacious now is rooted in the concept of mindfulness. Mindfulness is the practice of being fully present, without judgment, without attachment, and without distraction. When you practice mindfulness, you enter the present moment with full awareness. You stop being the observer of life, rushing to the next thing, and become the creator of life, fully engaged in each moment as it unfolds. In this space, you begin to notice the synchronicities, the opportunities, and the connections that are always present but often overlooked. The universe is always speaking to you, but it is only in the spacious now that you can truly hear its guidance. Manifestation is not about striving for a future outcome. It is about aligning with the energy of the present. The more you focus on the present moment, the more you align with the infinite potential that exists within it. Every breath you take, every thought you have, every feeling you experience is creating your future. The more present you are, the more powerfully you create. To harness the power of the spacious now, begin by practicing gratitude for the present moment. When you are grateful for what you have now for your life, your body, your relationships, and all the blessings in your life, you raise your vibration and open yourself to the flow of manifestation. Gratitude centers you in the present and aligns you with the energy of abundance, reminding you that everything you need is already available to you in this moment. Another powerful practice to tap into the spacious now is breathing. Take a few moments each day to simply breathe deeply and become aware of the present moment. Close your eyes, focus on your breath, and let go of any thoughts or distractions. As you breathe, feel yourself becoming fully grounded in the present moment. In this space of stillness, you activate the energy of creation, allowing your desires to manifest effortlessly. The spacious now is the space where all possibilities exist. It is the moment where creation begins. When you stop focusing on the past or the future, and instead align with the present moment, you open yourself to the flow of infinite possibility. The present is the only moment you can truly create in. It is where your thoughts, emotions, and intentions meet the energy of the universe and where your desires begin to manifest. When you fully embrace the spacious now, you embrace the power to create. You align with the quantum field of infinite potential, where every possibility exists. The future you desire is not somewhere out there waiting to be discovered. It exists within the spacious now. It is through your presence, your mindfulness, and your gratitude that you activate the flow of manifestation and bring your desires into reality. The present moment is where everything begins. Embrace it and watch as your world transforms before your eyes. Chapter 21. Consciousness Creating Itself. In the heart of every creation, there is one undeniable truth. You are the creator, the dreamer, and the dream. Your consciousness is the source of all that exists in your experience. It is not separate from the world you perceive, but rather, it is the very fabric from which that world is woven. Every thought, every emotion, every intention you hold is a thread in the vast tapestry of your reality. And when you begin to understand that you are both the painter and the canvas, the entire process of creation shifts. The paradox at the heart of all creation is this: your consciousness is both the creator and the creation. The mind of the universe is not outside of you, it is within you, and the world around you is a projection of that inner mind. Every experience you have is a direct reflection of the thoughts and beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. What you experience as reality is in fact a mirror of your consciousness. Your mind is the lens through which you view the world, and it is also the shaper of that world. You are not a passive observer of your reality. You are the active participant in its creation. What you believe to be true, what you focus your attention on, and what emotions you feel shape your experience. The world around you responds not to your desires or wishes, but to the vibration you emit. This vibration is created by your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs, and it is this energetic signal that the universe responds to, bringing forth experiences that match your internal state. When you understand that your consciousness is both the creator and the creation, you begin to see that the power to change your world lies within you. You are the architect of your experience. Every shift in perception, every new belief, and every thought that aligns with your desires creates a new version of reality, one that more closely mirrors the truth of who you are at the deepest level. This is the essence of self-creation, not changing the external world to fit your desires, but rather shifting your consciousness so that your outer world naturally reflects your inner state. Consider for a moment the process of dreaming. In a dream, you are both the dreamer and the dream itself. You create the scenarios, the characters, and the experiences, all while being immersed in them. You are not separate from the dream. You are the dream, experiencing it from within. In the same way, you are both the creator and the creation of your waking reality. Your consciousness is both the source and the experience of your life. This understanding gives you incredible freedom. You are not at the mercy of external circumstances. You are not bound by the limitations of time, space, or material conditions. All of these things exist only within your consciousness. When you change your perception, when you shift your internal state, your reality shifts with it. This is the power of conscious creation. It is the recognition that everything you experience is born from within you, and that, at any moment, you can change what you experience by changing the way you think, feel, and believe. The challenge, then, is not to force or manipulate the world around you, but to become the energy of what you wish to experience. If you desire abundance, you must become abundant in thought, feeling, and belief. If you desire love, you must become love in your thoughts, actions, and energy. The universe responds not to your words, but to the vibration you are emitting. And the vibration you emit is created by your thoughts and beliefs. This is where the process of manifestation becomes not a task or a goal, but a remembrance. You are not trying to create something that is outside of you. You are remembering the truth of your infinite nature and allowing that truth to flow into your experience. When you recognize that you are consciousness creating itself, you stop trying to control the process and instead allow it to unfold naturally. You are already whole, already abundant, already loved. The only thing you need to do is align your consciousness with these truths and allow them to express themselves in your experience. This alignment requires deep trust. Trust that the universe is always working in your favor, that your desires are already on their way to you, and that everything is unfolding in perfect order. Trust that you, as consciousness, are already the creator of your reality. The only thing you need to do is remember your power and align your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs with the truth of who you are. When you shift from the belief that you are separate from your desires to the understanding that you are the creator of those desires, everything changes. You stop looking outside of yourself for validation, for answers, or for solutions. You realize that everything you seek is already within you, waiting to be expressed. The world around you is simply a reflection of your inner state. When you align your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs with the energy of your desires, the universe has no choice but to respond and bring your desires into physical form. You are both the dreamer and the dream. You are the creator and the creation. Your consciousness is the source of all that is. And as you come to understand this truth, you step into the limitless power of self-creation. Your desires are not separate from you. They are the natural expression of who you are. Your life is not something that happens to you. It is the masterpiece of your own design. Embrace this truth and watch as the world around you begins to reflect the power of your conscious creation. Chapter 22. The Paradox of Effort. In the art of manifestation, there exists a profound paradox. To create, you must effortlessly allow. It is easy to think that manifestation is about striving, working hard, and pushing forward. But the truth is that true creation happens not through effort, but through alignment. When you are aligned with your desires, manifestation flows effortlessly. The universe responds not to your struggles or your efforts, but to your vibrational energy, your inner state of being. This is where the paradox lies, in the balance between action and surrender, between striving and flowing. Effort, in the context of manifestation, is often misunderstood. The idea that you must work tirelessly, struggle, and fight for your dreams is deeply ingrained in our culture. We are taught from a young age that success comes only through hard work and sacrifice. While this may be true in some aspects of life, it is not the truth when it comes to creation. Manifestation does not require struggle. It requires alignment. It requires stepping into a state of flow, where your energy is in perfect harmony with the universe, and where your desires naturally arise out of that alignment. The key to understanding this paradox is to recognize that effort does not equal force. The universe is constantly in motion, flowing with infinite possibilities. When you align with the flow of the universe, your desires naturally move toward you. The river of life does not need to struggle to flow. It does not need to force its way through the landscape. It simply flows, following the path of least resistance. In the same way, you must learn to flow with life, trusting that the universe will bring you what you need at the perfect time. But this does not mean inaction. Inspired action is the key to bridging the gap between desire and manifestation. Inspired action is the action that comes from a place of alignment, from a place of trust and clarity. It is not about forcing things to happen or trying to control the outcome. It is about following the guidance that arises naturally from within you, moving with the flow rather than against it. In moments of doubt or frustration, remember that effort is not about forcing, but about allowing. The universe responds to your energy, not to your struggle. When you are aligned with your desires, you will naturally feel inspired to take action. This action will feel effortless, joyful, and fulfilling. It will not feel like a burden or a chore. It will feel like a natural next step in the unfolding of your desires. In this way, the practice of manifestation becomes a dance of co-creation. You set your intention, align with the energy of your desires, and then surrender the outcome. You trust that the universe is already working behind the scenes to bring your desires into physical form, and that everything is unfolding in divine timing. The effort required is not in forcing the outcome, but in remaining aligned with the energy of your desires and taking inspired action when it feels right. The paradox of effort is this: when you stop struggling and begin to align with the flow, your desires manifest with ease. When you release the need to force things to happen, you allow them to happen naturally. The more you surrender to the flow, the more effortlessly your desires come to you. This is the true power of manifestation, the ability to effortlessly create through alignment and surrender, trusting that the universe will bring your dreams into being. When you learn to flow with life rather than fight against it, you step into the natural rhythm of creation. Manifestation becomes not a struggle, but a dance, a beautiful, effortless unfolding of your desires. Embrace the paradox, trust the flow, and watch as the universe delivers everything you have asked for with grace and ease.